What is going on, wrestling fans? It is I, Fault, and welcome to 10 Count right here on Wrestling News Co. On today's edition, I am talking to Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. How are you doing today?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
I'm doing great. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and you have a huge ladder match coming up defending your championship, your tag team titles. But let's travel back to WrestleMania, 38. You and Edge come together the next night. Judgment Day is formed. 2 years later, here we are now. We've had Money in the Bank winners, tag team champions, Royal Rumble winners, PLE main events. Did you see this happening when Judgment Day was first formed 2 years ago?
That was the hope that we were going to be the number one thing in the company. And then, obviously when we got rid of Edge, at the time it was like, all right, this is a big moment. And then it was like, now what do we do? So, we went from having like one person's vision to kind of just, okay, well, I guess we're open to suggestions here. We didn't know what was going to happen, and then to be honest, we didn't know it was going to work. You know, we weren't sure. That was the thing, but I don't know. It's just we weathered the storm at first, and then I think once we obviously adding Finn and then adding Dominik, it was like we started finding our footing and like what we were going to be, and we just started feeding off of each other, and then now here we are, a couple years later, and it's just a wild ride. But man, it's been an awesome ride, with like growing to love this incredible, group and crew. It's been one of the coolest things that I've done in this business.
Yeah, it's been outstanding too because you think about what was going on. WrestleMania 38, you didn't have a match. You assisted Edge beating AJ Styles. And then from there, Rhea Ripley a month later joined Judgment Day. And then Finn Balor, then Dom, and then maybe JD, and maybe R-Truth, depending on who you talk to. So, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. We'll edit that out. But honestly, like the journey of where you are now, because I talked to you before. This is like the 5th time I've interviewed you. One time it was the first ever Boston Garden event after the pandemic, allowing fans into the arena. So here we were. And then it was a week later after joining Judgment Day. And then a couple other times, but Money in the Bank. I was in London. I saw you win Money in the Bank, and I asked you a question about Bad Bunny joining Judgment Day, and you threw a T-shirt at my face. So
Yeah,
I thank you for that. And you actually said I had a better chance of joining Judgment Day than Bad Bunny. So,
I do remember.
so I'm still waiting for that invite, though, Damian. Still
Yeah,
waiting for it.
it's still zero.
That hurt deep, but we'll move on. WrestleMania 37, though, you and Bad Bunny do have that amazing tag team match. But then WrestleMania 38 and 39, not on the card. You did assist others in matches, but now here we are. WrestleMania 40, ladder match, huge opportunity. Obviously, you must be feeling a huge different level of excitement heading into this one because you're on the card versus assisting others, which is still, you're still on the show, but you didn't have a match.
Oh no, absolutely. That's look. The goal is to have a match. You don't want to just show up, and so the last two WrestleManias, they did hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm happy I got to be on this one. But then it's like, hey, well, you're gonna not this year, you will, and it's like, okay, face 5 other teams in a ladder match, and I was like, cool. One of those things like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Although I am excited that I get to hurt a lot of different people, but this is going to be one that we're looking forward to. As far as like, we want to be one of those type of ladder matches at WrestleMania that you talk about. That you're like, you remember that ladder match at this WrestleMania with these people? That's what I want. We've had them; they're iconic. We know which ones that stand out. We want to be a part of that conversation. And just looking, I don't know who's in the match yet, but just looking at surveying the land, like you see the teams that are in the company, it's like it's very possible that there's gonna be a banger. Like this is everybody's gonna show out. It's WrestleMania, so everybody's showing out anyway. But with the talent that we have now and the teams available, I think that this is very easily can be one of the best ladder matches in WrestleMania history.
100%. When you have so many bodies like that in the ring, like car crash
12 people.
situations. Everyone's gonna get destroyed somehow, and obviously,
Yeah.
that's what's fun. You brought up TLC, WrestleMania 17. We had the Hardy Boys return at WrestleMania 33. Like there has been
Yep.
moments in ladder matches, and obviously, you're gonna create your own WrestleMania moment coming up.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Like we want those moments, we want those opportunities, and here it is, you know. So, like I said, we're coming to deliver. I mean, it's WrestleMania anyway. We got the undisputed titles on the line. So it's just exciting. It really is. So, as much as I'm like, oh, a ladder match, at the same time, it's like this is a chance to make history.
Oh, 100%. And, you've already made history in last year as well because I went to every single PLE except for the Saudi Arabia because a 19-hour flight. And I was like, no, thank you. I can't do that. Uh, but I went to Puerto Rico and I interviewed you the morning before you wrestled Bad Bunny at a school. And the kids were going wild for you. They were absolutely going berserk to see you there. But I asked you, was this moment, this match going to be your WrestleMania? And listen, I was there in the crowd, perfect opponent, perfect location, perfect surprises, everything. Is that the greatest match you've ever been involved with at this point as a single competitor?
Oh, hands down. I was very proud of that. And what that match meant was bigger than any win or loss or just a wrestling match. It was just the representation and, just culturally, that was so important to the both of us, Bad Bunny and I. Um, it hands down is the most important match I've had in my career and the one I'm most proud of, to be honest.
Yeah. And again, I at that Money in the Bank, I said it was match of the year, and people were very angry at me on Twitter for saying it was the match of the year. But you know what? Screw you all because it was the match of the year. So
Yeah, I'm not the shiny toy. So people will attack you for
that's
that,
true. I should have said Cody versus Roman, right? That would have been the one everyone would have been like,
Easy,
oh,
easy answer. Yep.
oh, yeah, we of course, yes, yes, Cody, of course. You know, but speaking of Cody, you are the Money in the Bank winner. You have the briefcase, and coming up 2 nights, you have an opportunity to cash in because Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are on night 1 and night 2. First night tag team match with The Rock, Roman, Rollins, Cody. Next night, Cody and Roman, and then you have Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. So really, you have a lot of opportunities to cash in. The last time Money in the Bank was cashed in at WrestleMania was 31. Rollins did it to Brock and Roman. Listen,
So you're saying there's a
I'm
chance?
saying Jim Carrey once said that famous line we all still use today, and I'm waiting. So you're saying there's a chance.
Of course, there's a chance. I have till July, but it doesn't mean I'm going to wait till July. So uh, I'm patient. I'm okay. I'm just waiting for the right moment. And like I know people want to rush everything these days, but I'm okay. Just relax and holding on and just being the most dangerous and most powerful person in the company because of that briefcase and what's inside of it. So WrestleMania is very enticing. Don't get me wrong, but we got to wait and see. I'm not going to say one way or another, but there's always a chance when the champs are in town, and if I'm in the same building as both champions with both contenders, it's intriguing time.
Especially in one match, in one tag team match, you could show up and just cash in. And I'm not even sure if the rules you could cash in on both at the same time and suddenly step on in. I don't know. It could. Anything can happen in the
Yeah,
WWE.
that's something I'm gonna have. I have some questions about that too.
Yeah. Like, oh, can I step into a triple threat that both titles are on the line? Can I win both? And then you have the TKO board member, The Rock, in there as well. And it just sounds like a perfect opportunity. But hey, man,
It's
but
You made it sound good.
it does sound good. You know what also sounds good? Attending Dom's wedding. What was that like? Because we all boo Dom on television, but we all appreciate Dom. What was that wedding like?
It was beautiful, man, and I was honored to be a part of the wedding, to just attend the wedding, and man, we had such a good time, and then obviously, busting his chops, and when there was a moment when they did say like he's gonna say a few words, and I remember I just turned to my table and I was like, we got to do it, we're doing it, right? And I just turned back around and I did it, and then the table followed in, and I was like, okay, that was nice. And then he went to speak again, and then the entire wedding part, like everybody did it, and then I really laughed and he just gave me a look. That was a good one. But man, the whole thing was what a good day for he and his wife. So that was a special. And like I said, I was just honored to be there.
And those boos weren't piped in, right? I hear on the Twitter that sometimes they're
But yeah,
piped in.
and so I will always say this: show up to a venue live
Oh,
and really experience that for yourself. It's crazy when I'm standing right next to him and I can't hear him. It's wild how loud it gets.
it's amazing. I know it's I can't. I've gone to so many live events and I hear the boos and I'm sitting there like, who thinks these are fake? Like I'm here, I can hear them with my ears. Like it's not fake, it's not piped in. It's the audience actually saying, "Shut up, Dom." But hey,
So,
man,
yeah,
whatever.
it's fun to hate him. It's fun to boo, I
It's fun
guess.
to cheer, it's fun to boo, it's a little more fun to boo Dom, I guess, in this world. But at that wedding, though, I saw some pictures with you and Rhea Ripley. And again, what's your relationship like with Rhea Ripley as a friend? Because joining Judgment Day 2 years ago, a month after you joined, was there a friendship from NXT carrying over? Because now it seems like you guys are just like best friends.
So we were tight in it from NXT. We've been that close for a long time. I mean, in fact, we always talked about what if we could get the team together and be like a group. Like we always talked about that. So it's pretty neat that and NXT has started there with the conversation, and then fast forward Judgment Day, and we did it, and then we ever us just laughing about it, be like, I can't believe this has actually happened. Like we wanted this, and not everybody gets what they want. So it was really neat that I got to work with my buddy. She was always been like my little sister. So like to have my road buddy with me now officially in the group where I like we actually travel together. It's just it's awesome. She's the best, and I think it goes without saying how much I praise her all the time. Anyway, I think the world of her. So it's really neat that we get to share this now on screen and off screen.
Yeah, it's outstanding. Again, like the dynamic of everything from war games matches to tag team matches, like the dynamic of the Judgment Day and working together on television. It seems like because you'd always hear stories of tag teams or factions who are together on television, but when they leave the ring in the arena, they're not together. They're work partners, but yet
We're like a
friends.
family. It's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. And coming up, Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm from New England, and March 30th, the WWE is coming to Manchester, New Hampshire for a live event, and that's about a week before WrestleMania. So you got to attend this event. And if you've never attended a WWE live event, what can fans expect when they attend one of these?
So live events are always special because we put on a show just for the fans at hand. And we're not worried about the millions watching at home. It's just for you. So it's a special. It's really extra special for them. But being that this is the road to WrestleMania, now you're getting real fireworks. Like as everybody gets this extra just dose of energy, it's weird because it's it's the time of the year, and the crowds give it to us too. So these are the special ones that we look forward to. That just like you can't miss these.
Yeah. There was a video circulating on Twitter last week, and it was 2 weeks ago maybe. It was all like it was Becky Lynch and Bianca and Asuka running around in circles around the ring, and I'm like, I love this shit because Raw and SmackDown, you're not going to see that. And when I was a kid attending Austin and The Rock and Mankind and Undertaker, we're doing the same thing, running in circles around each other. And I'm like, this has got to be like a live show weekend thing. Like it's better. It's got to be tradition. Like we have to run in circles around the ring
Yeah,
at some point. Have you ever ran around in the ring? In circles at a live event before?
not my thing.
Mm, well,
And my running, I try to limit my running.
yeah. Oh man. Now, listen, I've done some research on you, and let's clarify some situations here. Is it true that your father once fought Chuck Norris and beat him up?
He didn't beat him up like he was
No, but
busted
like,
and
come on,
bleeding,
make him some lunch money.
but he gave him more licks than he took. Put it that way.
Wow. Because you think of, Chuck Norris and, Walker, Texas, and helping out Undertaker at Survivor Series 94, but you don't think of, Damian Priest's dad and Chuck Norris
I know
got into
it's
it.
such a wild, random, just like information. It's so random, but yeah, because my father was a martial artist at the same time as Chuck Norris, so that's how that came to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember hearing about that before, and I was like, is this true? Like, I
Yeah, it was an exhibition bout at a tournament, at a competition, a martial arts competition.
okay, okay, because, yeah, you're always wondering, like, "Is this a true story?" I need to find out because you always hear stories of Chuck Norris has you know, a fist underneath his beard,
Yeah,
so, you know, you're like,
you're right.
How did this happen? How did that fist in the beard not do anything for him that day?" But, yeah. And, you know, Triple H has been asked this question before at press conferences, and let's ask it to you. Are we in like a new era of WWE because you've had Attitude and Ruthless and Golden and New Generation and PG, but now with all these sellouts and these huge Netflix deals and you know CW and USA, like this is not a normal situation for professional wrestling. This is like skyrocketing. Are we in this new era?
It's wild. Yeah, this is not the WWE. This is not the business that we grew up with. It's morphed. It's evolved into something, in my opinion, awesome. I love this business. I love what it represents today. I love that we, culturally, how it involves everybody. I'm very proud to be working here, and this is this era. And I don't know what the name of it is going to be, the TKO era or
That makes sense.
whatever. Uh, Whatever it's called, I'm in for it, and I'm proud that I'm working here at this time.
Yeah, it's incredible. As a wrestling fan since 1992, you know, I'm watching it now and you're like, "Damn, like there's no empty seats." You know, there's I remember going to house shows when I was a little kid and you're like, you can sit anywhere. You can just put your feet up and now it's so different and all together. Oh, we lost Damian Priest. He'll be back, I think. He will be back. I think. We'll have to wait and find out. Well, we got to wrap anyways, folks. So thank you so much, Damian Priest, for being here on Tank Out on Wrestling News Co. I've been Steve Fall. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.